And now, Giant Sports Talk Live. Here are your hosts, Eric and Glenn.
We're talking Giants every day. From McCovey Cove to the Oracle Park lights, Eric and Glenn keep the fire burning bright. Fighting for the glory, no matter what it costs us. Breaking down the moments from the wins to the losses. Giant Sports Talk, we're here for the ride. Eric and Glenn with the fan base pride. Talking dreams, will they contend? But we'll back the Giants till the very end. Let's go, Giants! Yes, yes, yes!
What is the process?
Eric and Glenn breaking it down, all Giants all the time.
Geez, the Sharks aren't doing good tonight, Eric. Holy mother.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Giant Sports Talk Live here on this Wednesday evening, doing it all over again. Jason, all right, look at this in Jason or in Posey we trust? Question
Eric.
mark? Exclamation? Hey,
Eric.
we'll see. Let's
Hold
see.
on, Eric. Hold on. I'm going to give the guys a little, I know it's not Giants, but let's just stick to Bay Area for a second. I'm going to tell them about what the Sharks are doing to entertain fans at home tonight, Eric.
Oh, what's up?
While you double check your mic, I think you got a mic setting problem.
Oh,
You got a little tinniness to your Christmas
I know
sound,
I'm
a little
at.
tinny,
Hold on.
tinsel sound. All right, so they've just started early second period. I think they're 3 minutes into the second period, and the Washington Capitals are in San Jose tonight and are winning 5-0. So,
5-0. How's that? Better?
whoa!
Hey!
You're back.
Woo!
He's back.
Woo!
There you go, Eric. Nice and rich. You sound good.
Hey,
So
how
now
about
that I got the Sharks 5-0 at the start of the second period for Washington, I think it's time that nothing we can talk about for the Giants now can be as bad as that. Well, maybe.
Nothing. Well, yeah,
go.
what's up? What's up, Anthony? How's it going, dude? What's up, Crisis? That's our San Diego fan. Haven't seen you in a while.
Oh my gosh. He came out of
seen
the
it all.
woodwork.
I tell you, hey, they're all coming out. That's awesome, man. Good to see you guys. I got a full house in here. Appreciate you guys showing up, talking some Giants baseball. Topic tonight, guys. Woo!
It's funny when the San Diego Padres were in the playoffs last year. You had to beat Crisis away with a stick. I haven't seen him for a while, Eric.
Yeah, right.
I haven't
Exactly.
seen him. Welcome back.
Hey.
Good to see you.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I tell you, man, there's a lot of stuff going on there. Giants are in the news all over the place. Nothing has been done, but there's a lot of chatter out there, Glenn. A lot of chatter.
You don't like chatter.
Yeah. I mean, it's the chatter is good for our show because we could come on here and kick it around and see what people think and all that other good stuff. So, yeah. From now on, when Eric heats up his coffee, call in a visit to the hot stove. There you go. I like that.
I'm not feeling too good tonight, Eric. I got a my elbow. I've got a problem with my back surgeries.
Yeah,
my neck. And now I've got rheumatoid arthritis. So you throw that on top of it. I went to the doctor, and the doctor said, don't be using the broom. It's not good for the elbows. So now my daughter's got she doesn't know it yet. She's going to be doing all the housework.
The merchants.
The Millers.
A fine team for a noble. What? How did it go? A fine name for a noble team. That's what it is.
Yeah,
okay.
that's it.
Anyway, let's get out of there. Anyways, guys, let's talk about this. Look, and look, when we're talking about this topic, this could be like the third rail. Remember, in American politics, Glenn, when they talk about the third rail, it used to be you never touched the topic of Social Security, because if you did that, your political aspirations were poof, gone, right? So now we're getting into the third rail of, do the Giants, or should the Giants, or will the Giants trade Bryce Eldridge this offseason. And the reason why I'm bringing this up, we've been talking a lot of trades on the channel, right? That's a way for the Giants to improve.
Mm-hmm.
And Eldridge is what do you want to say? Is a wild card, if you will, that the Giants could play if they decide to go out there and get somebody of significance.
He's a blue chip either way. He could be a star, and if you deal him, you're going to get something for him.
Right. And look, and let's kind of break this down, because if you, in the last couple of days, ESPN, and guys, if you guys look in the description of this broadcast, I linked the ESPN article, and I also linked the X post of what Jon Morosi had to say about a guy that, Glenn, you talked about, Kyle Schwarber. And it starts where there's smoke, there's fire, right?
Eric, I'm telling you, the best kept secret in baseball. Nobody's hired me to do any scouting or reconnaissance yet, Eric. But I'm on the ball. I've got my ear. I got my ear to the wall. I'm hearing things, and I got my eye on the ball. So, Eric, I brought that up on the show, and nobody ran with that early. But all of a sudden, I said that, you ever recall? I don't know. You never had a comeback. Maybe we could jump right into what I said the other night on the show when we were talking about bats. Why is it at Oracle Park, Eric? It's always, it plays to the pitchers. I think it can play to a hitter's advantage. Big ballpark, lots of pasture. You got guys running around trying to catch the ball. 415-foot weird wall out there at center in the 415 club out where DJ Umami spins that crap music. So, Eric, I have to ask you, don't you think, and listen, I honestly, and you're going to say, well, you're going on a long stretch here, but I honestly have visions of Barry again. I think it could be a magical situation if you landed Schwarber, and I think his bat, in many ways, plays in that ballpark. Here he is now! Is that Kyle? Hi, Kyle!
He's on his way to Florida as we speak.
It must be Kyle. I see Greg's running down with a bunch of cards in his hand to get them autographed as we speak.
Hey, and Vita for life. I tell you what, this is the same thing when I heard the news about Kyle Schwarber, this is the first thing I thought about. He says, I think with the Schwarber talk, will tell all. If they sign him, Eldridge is a goner, no doubt. But it goes beyond that, and I'll tell you why it goes beyond that. Because if the Giants are entertaining Kyle Schwarber, they're checking in on him, right? So if you're checking in, does it mean you're going to land him? No.
No, but if you land him and you can, there's pitching aspirations.
Yes, exactly. But here's the thing. Say they don't land him. All right? But if they're interested in him, what position is Kyle Schwarber going to play? If he, let's just make it hypothetical. He signs with the Giants. What position does he play? DH. That's it.
He's going to be your DH.
Okay. So let's back this up. Bryce Eldridge. What would be his primary position if he was with the San Francisco Giants? Is Eldridge?
Didn't he not, Eric, at one point in his career? I mean, he's played even the last year down there in Sacramento. Can't he play right field?
No. Everything I've heard about him in the outfield is it's a disaster. He's not good in the outfield. That's what I've heard.
All of his bad plays. I mean, dude, given the alternative.
Yeah, but the problem is the Giants are one of the worst teams in defense. So you can't sacrifice that. So right now, Bryce Eldridge, as it stands, is either a first baseman or a DH.
So if we had average pitching and terrible defense and couldn't hit the freaking ball to save our life, is that why we didn't make the playoffs last year?
But here's the thing.
We didn't make the playoffs
this is where we're going with this. If Kyle Schwarber is being entertained, that tells me the Giants are already willing to trade Bryce Eldridge. You don't entertain it at all. If you are 100 positive with having Bryce Eldridge to be your future, then you wouldn't be going out there for a Kyle Schwarber. You just wouldn't be. It doesn't make sense. Mm-hmm. Secondly, if you look at the ESPN article by Kiley McDaniel and Jeff Passan, damn near half of the players on that list, Glenn, the Giants are named as a potential suitor.
I was going to bring that up. Every time I watch other channels, Eric,
it's crazy.
And the MLB network, it's every one of them. Well, the Giants are in on this guy. And the Giants
what's that? Okay, what's that saying? Hold on.
And we become the Giants are in on everybody.
Here's the problem. That tells me that there's going to be trades. And for some of these players, hey, I'll bring up the list here in a little bit. We'll talk about some of the players that are listed that could go to the Giants. It's going to cost you. And if it's going to cost you, Eldridge may be a key cog in a trade. Again, will it happen? I'm not sitting here saying it's going to happen. Mm-hmm. I'm just looking at what's going on. Buster Posey, what did he say in the offseason when they were talking about Bryce Eldridge? Yeah, he's a young guy. He's got potential. Never said anything about being an old-time Giant, right? He didn't mention that. At the trade deadline, he says there's no untouchables. And if you're going out there saying there's no untouchables, well, there's a chance. Look, where is that chance in the percentages? I don't know, but he's out there saying it. So, yeah. And here's another thing, guys, that we got to take in consideration. Where we may value Eldridge, where we're talking about Paul Skeens and Scooble and this and that, maybe other teams don't value Eldridge at that level for whatever reason. We don't know. And you got to remember, look where these prices are for pitchers. It's not like everything is cheap right now. Everything is inflated, so it may cost you more in trading for a decent pitcher as far as prospects are concerned. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. You know, will the Giants pull the trigger on trading a Bryce Eldridge? I mean, if you just again, I'm just looking at what's being said out there. There's a potential for that to happen. I wouldn't be surprised again because the Giants got a bunch of holes to fill.
You know what I wonder,
and you can't fill them all with money.
Yeah, you bring up a good point because Lou and I were bantering back and forth in our previous show on Monday night, Eric, about the fact that if you don't move him now, boy, you could end up pigeonholing yourself. If he comes out, starts the season first, you know, are we going to be back to the give him another month, Eric? Give him another 30 days.
Right.
How many times we're hearing that every year now on players? Well, I know he's only batting 180, but give him another 30 days. And then it's like the CBA extension of the WM. Well, give him another 30 days, maybe September. He did not exactly do much of anything last year when he got called up and played on a pretty regular basis in the month of September. So, Eric, you deal him when people, you know,
when he's hot.
You deal him when the potential's there, not when they get to see the roadmap lies ahead possibly.
And that's a great point. And because that brings me to my next point is if he starts the season on the team and he plays a significant a role in the lineup this year, his prospect status is gone. So now you can't say that this is the number 12 prospect, right? He's no longer your number one prospect in your organization. Now he's on your roster. So you lose that shine as he's a prospect. People love that shit, right?
Yeah, and you know what else, Eric? And you also want other teams, not us, other teams to be those, well, maybe, could be. We're the maybe and could be and would be, and we want other channels to be saying, well, if we get Eldridge, he could be. That's the way we've been talking the last few years.
I know.
Could be. He could be a superstar, Eric. He could be. He's young. Dude, he's still a baby. He's still young. He's built. He's tall.
Let's talk about this.
He's going to develop.
I'll tell you what.
Give him his reps.
And look, and that's another option. Maybe he starts off in AAA. Maybe they keep him in AAA. Maybe he's not big league. Maybe what they saw at the end of last year, they're like, all right, you got to stay in AAA, which is fine because you still keep your prospect status. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Well, no, you definitely keep the status, but I don't know what the future is going to behold for Bryce Eldridge. But let's take your guy, Schwarber.
Oh, it's not Wilmer anymore? It's not Wilmer anymore?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, right. What has Schwarber done? Right? Let's take a look.
What's he done?
What has he done?
The guy can drive in runs, Eric. He can hit bombs. And you know what else? The other thing nobody's talking about? He fills your leadoff hitter role.
I don't know if they'll have him lead off, though. That's the thing. All right.
Well, maybe you have him batting second. You know what, Eric? I wouldn't call it murderer's row quite yet, but people are saying that, well, he wouldn't want to go to a team that's not a contender. Eric, they're a few pieces away from being a legitimate contender.
And let's
they
just
really
look at
are,
this.
Eric. They really are.
They are. Now, here's the thing. There's the good and then there's the bad. And the bad is pretty damn ugly. Anyways, what's the good?
Don't talk about the strikeouts. Don't go there.
Whoa, the strikeouts are up there. Look at what he's done over the last 4 years. 46 home runs, 47 home runs, 38 home runs, 56 home runs. 94 RBIs, 104, 132 RBIs. Last year, pretty good. His batting average is pretty good. His on base is pretty good. He's got an eye. And
you know what?
Hold on.
Eric,
let me get there.
Wait.
And here's the thing. You're trading a player, right? Who's got 40 or 46, 47, 38, and 56, right? You're trading for that, or you would be signing that player. What is Bryce Eldridge? He has the potential to hit 40. But if you sign Schwarber, he is that guy. There's no guessing.
You're stealing what I said on Monday night. You're talking about what? Yes. You're stealing my thoughts, Eric, right out of my mouth, actually, because Monday night I said to you and Lou, I said, why would you not want what you know you got as opposed to maybes?
Right.
He's a guarantee, Eric. And you asked me before the show, or you mentioned again his position. He's going to be the DH. You know what? Keeps him healthy. Let him swing the bat. Eric, one thing you didn't bring up in that stat line. How many games did he play last year, Eric?
Let's look. 162 games.
He played the whole
Here, hold on.
season,
Let's do this.
Eric.
In 2022, 155. In 23, 160. In 24, 150. And last year, he played all 160.
So what does that tell you? The guy stays healthy, looks after his body. Healthy. There you go. And he's an all-star, perennial all-star. Look at the numbers don't lie. And if you there are going to be people, you know what? Again, damned if you do, damned if you don't. If people are out there going, yeah, but he strikes out too much. Well, then be content with a guy who doesn't strike out and hits 220 and gets you 50 RBIs, Eric. Is that what you want?
Well, we're
talking a star player, Eric. This puts us, a player like Schwarber puts you on the map, Eric.
He does. All right, let's see. According to AI in Google, in his career, Kyle Schwarber has played 22 games at Oracle Park with 7 home runs, 14 RBIs, 10 runs scored. So the power will definitely play in Oracle Park for Kyle Schwarber.
Yeah, Jake. One-hander. A splash hit. One hand on the bat. Boom.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to look at something here.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a look at this. Take a gander. You know, I love that word. Take a gander, guys. Just bear with me here. This is his spray chart in 2025. You see all those magentas?
Holy cow.
You see all those magentas? How many of those are going to go in the Cove?
Look, I was just going to say, look at the depth of those, Eric.
Seriously, how many of those are going to Cove? His power will not be constrained in Oracle Park. Period. End of story. I don't want to hear that Oracle Park is going to be a problem for Kyle Schwarber. It will not be a problem for Kyle Schwarber. Again, now, am I saying that he's coming here? No, I'm not. I'm just saying maybe this is the guy.
And I have said another point, Eric, nobody is picking up on. I only brought it up on the show once. I don't know if you even want to integrate it into the conversation. But another power left-handed bat like Schwarber who gets the job done offensively too. I don't want to talk just about power. I love his numbers, Eric.
Oh, but
another left-handed big bat. You've got Lee, Schwarber, Devers. You can go lefty, righty. You can screw with the other team and their pitching. You got lefty, righty, lefty, righty, lefty, righty, all through your lineup, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
A left-handed Schwarber. Oh, come on. Get the deal done. Get it done.
That would be something, I tell you, right? Look, the Giants have said they don't want to spend money on starting pitching. They never said anything about a position player. You want to go spend money on Schwarber? I think that would be fantastic.
Schwarber doesn't want to come to the Giants.
Hey, who ordered the poo-poo platter?
You're poo-pooing on Schwarber. Schwarber doesn't want to come to the Giants. He wants a contender. The Giants are.
We don't know.
Eric, a guy like Schwarber can be sold on. You make us the contender. You are the contender. Fire up the chopper. You are the contender. We've got the pieces. Eric, look at where we were last year and where we are now, where we've got Chapman signed up. You've got Adames. You've got Devers. If we land him, and you tell me we're not going to be a contender, we get Robbie Ray and Logan Webb. We're a pitcher away, Eric. Come on. Which leads me to the Ponce thing. Jesus, I can't believe the Giants nickel and diamond when they could have had that guy.
Maybe they're 17 maybe they're looking for someone better than Ponce. I'm just saying.
Who's better than 17-1 and a 1 ERA?
Freddie Peralta. Even I don't think Pablo Lopez, Joe Ryan. Trust me, those guys are better than Ponce. Those guys are better. Yes. No, don't get me wrong. I get it. Great numbers in the KBO, but these guys have been doing it at the MLB level. Those guys are better. There's no doubt about it. I'm not too concerned if we get Freddie Peralta or Joe Ryan. And look, and maybe if you want to go cheap, then right? If you say you trade for a Freddie Peralta and then you get somebody else on a lower term contract, maybe who knows?
I think cheap.
I know the name
cheap is Joe Ryan.
No, that's going to cost you. That's the problem. Is Joe Ryan will cost you.
I think that's as cheap as they can go. I don't want Eric. I mean, if you're going to be outgoing, signing cheapy deals, Eric, just give me
you can't. You can't.
McDonald's.
Here's the thing: they're going to have to pick and choose where they want to go because look, you're going to give Schwarber quite a bit of change, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's going to get a payday. So, right then, if you trade for a good starting pitcher, guess what? Those guys. If you trade for freaking Freddie Peralta, you're paying $8 million for 1 year. That's it. If you're trading for freaking Joe Ryan, that's only $7 million per year. That's it. I say that's nothing.
Good.
And look, you're putting something, but what I'm saying is you're putting something together. You know what? And here's another thing. We haven't talked. This broke yesterday. Casey Schmidt gonna be hung up for a while, 8 to 10 weeks. Had wrist surgery. And hey, look, and I'm telling you something. When you get operations on your wrist, that sometimes you're not the same. And we'll see.
Casey's more fragile than I am, Eric, at my age.
And look, it could be difficult. So go out there and sign Ha-Seong Kim. He's a glove, and the guy is fast, and he's a somewhat decent hitter. Now
he can play second, Eric. You know what?
The pieces are there, Eric. The pieces are there. I know. All you got to do is you got to go trade. And look, maybe you also trade Ramos to go get somebody else. I don't know.
Do not fall in love with Casey Schmidt, okay? I'm just saying, all those channels out there, Giants fans, Giants management, don't fall in love with Casey Schmidt. We can do better.
He's a good player, right? No, he's a good player. And I think he'd be fantastic.
I don't want good. I don't want good.
You're gonna, like I said, you cannot address all 9 with a bunch of money. You just can't.
No, but there are guys out there I'd rather have than a Casey Schmidt, Eric.
I understand.
You just threw out him. Oh my God.
We'll see what the Giants do because again,
he's got to stay healthy.
This may play into the offseason. Maybe the Giants are concerned. Now you got Koss out there, but I think Koss is a fantastic bench player too. And he showed flashes where he showed something. Now, is that something that I want to quote unquote hang my hat on? Not yet.
You know what I would do, Eric? You know what I would do? I would be calling up. I'd be calling up Tampa Bay. I'd be calling up
Brandon Lowe. Brandon Lowe.
Lau is the second baseman.
Lowe. I can't remember how you. But
I always call him Lowe. It's Lowe, I think, but they call him Lau.
Well, that could be an option.
I do a big deal with them. And I throw Ramos in the deal. I give them maybe one of our young pitchers too, Eric. They want a pitcher. You know what I want?
Chandler.
I want Lau and I want Chandler Simpson.
See, the only thing is
speed. He plays left field or center. He's faster than Jung Hoo. Eric, you're filling in. See, I'm just looking at it. You're filling in spots. You're not going. There are guys, you know it, Eric. There are guys who come into our show and they'll say, sign this guy, this guy, and this guy. I go, well, they all play the same position. You gotta pick your spots, Eric. That would benefit. Dude, a leadoff guy who can steal 100 bases? Holy crap.
But I don't.
And then you've got power hitters after on the back end, guys driving in runs. Oh, Eric, Brandon.
But here's the problem with that. He's nowhere close to being a free agent. He's got lots of years of control, and the Rays will not do. They want to get rid of guys like Yandy Diaz, Brandon Lau or Lowe, however you pronounce it. They want to get guys that are getting close to free agency because they don't want to pay.
Eric, then I get Lau and I get Chandler Simpson, and I give them. You want leverage in the deal? Then I give you Eldridge.
Ooh, I don't know about that one. That one is I don't know.
100 bases a year, Eric.
No, I get it.
He's going to be in the top 3 rounds. I got him in like the 30th round of our fantasy.
If I'm trading Eldridge,
rounds.
If I'm trading Eldridge, I'm getting MLB good to excellent MLB talent back.
That is good. To 100 base deal and Lau's a solid hitter.
Lau is don't get me wrong. You might be able to get Lau for something way less, right? But hey, if they need to fix second base,
we need speed. An option. I've always said we need speed.
Yes, and that's why.
And it gives you a leadoff. Hey, a leadoff hitter.
And let's talk about this. And that's why Buster Posey went out there and got what's his name, Dean and Weimer. They're fast. Everyone wants speed. Well,
the problem with speed, Chandler Simpson's a 300 hitter, Eric. I get it. You can't get guys who have speed but get on base 1 every 10 at bats. Come on, Eric.
But
you can't. Just remind the Giants you can't steal second until you get to first.
You can't. You can't steal first. Yeah, that's a fact.
Oh, you get me all wound up, Eric. I need a break already.
Giant Sports Talk Live, brought to you by Lefties in Burlingame. Visit Lefties for all of your Giants collecting needs. By GenesisGoldIRA.com, Signatures for Soldiers. Duxwell Printing, for all of your printing needs in the Bay Area. Visit Duxwell Printing at 37 Wentworth Place in San Francisco. And by BetterCreditCards.com, for the best credit card choice for you. Visit BetterCreditCards.com, covering the San Francisco Giants nightly. Online, we are Giant Sports Talk Live. Now, back to Eric and Glenn.
All right, Eric. You know what? Everybody calls me. I'm a little like almost a nephew of Mr. Salty. I'm like his nephew or something. But Eric, I've only been negative toward this team for the last couple of years. And really, honestly, since we started this channel, I'm kind of the yin to your yang, I guess you would say. You know why, Eric?
What's up, Kyle?
It's because of the team we have had. I mean, you know me, I call a spade a spade. This has not been a good ball club, Eric. This is holes like Swiss cheese. So now I'm getting a little excited because when you start talking about Schwarber, and now I'm throwing out Simpson and Lau, and we're building a team. You throw out Kim, who's been plagued by injuries. Maybe he can turn it around, Eric. There are pieces out there. Eric, and it makes us a contender, and it makes going to the ballpark fun next year, Eric.
That is a fact. What the hell happened here? Let me change this view. Goodness gracious. What happened to my view here? Goodness. Everything's all messed up here.
Eric, if we had Chandler Simpson in left and we had Lau at second and Schwarber signed, do you not come in half an hour early for the show every night? You're just excited, pumped up. Yeah, let's get it on the air. Let's go. Let's talk Giants. It's exciting. Makes the product more exciting. We have a team then, Eric. Yes. Right now, you know what? I have to agree with Lou. We're the jigsaw puzzle, and the kids lost that final piece. We were just missing a couple of pieces, actually.
I tell you what, we're talking about pieces. Well, guess what? There's some news.
Oh,
there's some news, but it has nothing to do with the Giants.
Oh. One thing I don't like about that video you produced, Eric, and I got to tell you, I don't know if it doesn't bother you at all, but you got a great shot of him hitting a dinger off San Diego Padre at Petco, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
That has got to be the worst catcher's gear I have ever seen. Somebody emptied he got caught in the Heinz factory and covered in mustard. Man, it's a terrible yellow gear. I hate that.
I hear you. But here's the news. The news is, no, he is not coming to the Giants, but
Toronto.
Yes, he is visiting the Toronto Blue Jays facility in Florida. Uh-oh.
Next week he'll be on the plane. We'll be Eric. The plane has.
No, it ain't gonna be the plane. It doesn't have to be a plane because what's happening? What's happening on Monday? Well, the winter meetings. And where is the winter meetings going to be? Orlando, Florida. So maybe we get a big announcement about Kyle Tucker going to the Blue Jays. Man, I tell you what, if he goes to the Blue Jays, you want to talk about going for it? There is no doubt in my mind that the Blue Jays are pushing hard to get.
You know the funny thing, though, Eric? This is a Toronto Blue Jay team that I thought, what's that old adage? Let's make sure I get this correct, Eric. Defeat stolen from the jaws of victory in Game 7.
Oh yeah,
that was theirs. Like they should have won that game. Ninth inning dinger from a guy who hadn't had a hit in like a month, and then you get that. Got to give him credit. The center fielder running through his own man to make the catch, like
crushed him.
How often does he make? Like it just the planets aligned for the Dodgers, in my belief, in Game 7. They stole it from the Jays. Yet, Eric, do you not believe the Jays are almost twice as good now in this offseason already as they were last year? Look at the pieces they're adding, Eric. They're there's a team. There's a team, I think, Eric, that are made the World Series. But guess what they're doing? They're filling what they feel are the holes.
Yeah.
We're not.
Holy
yet.
Crap.
But this all goes back to what you brought up on the show and one of our themes on Monday night, Eric. We're singing a big song for I love Chandler Simpson, the Schwarber talk. But wasn't the news that they're not keen on spending any more money? So,
but see, here's the thing. Nobody. What's up? I know. I can't remember what your name was, but freaking, I don't know why YouTube decided to do this. We need a presence like Schwarber in the lineup and a couple of arms, a starter maybe or two, and look, and that can be done. That is perfectly within the realm of possibilities where the Giants can do that. Absolutely. They could.
Nobody baby. Is that we're just not used to?
Yeah, I know who it is.
I'm going to call him Jackson Brown. I'm going to call him Jackson Brown from now on.
He's been in here before. I can't remember what his regular name was, but YouTube decided to use the handles rather than freaking doing it. It's stupid. But yes, I mean that would. You want to talk about having some thump in the lineup? My God, Michi. That's who it is, Michi. You remember Michi? But. Come on, man. Why the hell not? Why the hell not? It's just money, right? And the Giants got money to spend. So don't be careful. I'm telling you guys, be careful in everything that you see out there, especially on Twitter. Man, there's some guys out there that are just putting some shit out there. It's like, what in the hell are you getting this from? Because it makes absolutely no sense. But
you know what, my buddy. Oh, go ahead.
Just because they don't want to spend on Amai doesn't mean they're not going to spend. Come on.
Your buddy Dan, he's got Wilmer Flores syndrome. He says Casey was leading the team in batting average, 276, before he got hit in the wrist. No big deal. I was talking to him today. He's a good player. All right, if he's so good, prime player to deal away, Eric, and let's make this team better.
Yeah, you could, but he's a decent player.
How many times was he? That wasn't just the lone. That wasn't just the lone issue with him. He was knocked out of the lineup several times last year. The guy didn't stay healthy, Eric.
Yeah, he was getting hit a lot. He got hit a lot. And here's another thing too.
Crowds would play. I think with a Cub game, I brought that up. I said, Eric, look at the guy. He's standing. No wonder he's going to get hit. The arms are right. The hands are right over the plate. For God's sake.
And there's another thing too. Is that the bigger. his bat may be able to play. His range at second base, he's not a natural second baseman. So that could be an issue. Maybe the Giants will keep him at second base. Maybe they will. Who knows? But if they wanted to, they could go get Hassan Kim. I know Marty, he talked about maybe trading for what's his name? Jeff McNeil from the Mets, because the Mets might want to move off of McNeil. I know a lot of people have talked about Brandon Donovan from St. Louis. I just don't know what that's going to cost you in a trade, because look, you're going to have to pick and choose what you want to trade. Because right now, I think the Giants, their priority is they should trade for a starting pitcher. That's where the priority should be for a trade, is starting pitching. If you could get something else in addition to that, yeah, that's awesome.
He was a familiar name from last season.
And now he's recovered from his shoulder, because remember, that was the issue I had last year. Okay, yeah, he could be good, but I'm worried about that shoulder because they take forever to heal. I've had numerous friends. When I was in the Air Force, I had numerous friends having shoulder surgery, and it was not pleasant. It's a long rehab, and it's not a pleasant thing to go through. And it took him some time, man. He didn't start playing till after the All-Star break, somewhere around there. But yeah, he did. Jeff McNeil, Armand's talking about it again because he's a Mets fan. He knows all about him. Yesterday we had Mark Simon on with Marty. He's a huge Mets fan, grew up a Mets fan. And he talked about that Jeff McNeil is a much better player than what his numbers showed last year, because he was getting a lot of line drive. You know, those you're hitting the ball hard, but they're finding gloves type of situation. So again, he could be, maybe he's an option, but again, you're going to have to pick and choose what you want to trade. And it depends how much money the Giants want to pick up. The more money you pick up off the contract, the less you have to give up, so to speak. Right. So,
well, you know what? This is a good point. There's enough talent throughout Major League Baseball. They could get a second baseman ahead of Kim, Eric. But again, let's be honest. Let's be honest. If you want to shoot higher, then okay, take Schwarber off the. You can't, Eric. They can't be signing a whole lineup of $350 million players. It's just not happening.
Yeah.
You gotta balance the scales a little bit. You gotta, take the good with the bad, so to speak, Eric.
You're gonna have to.
You sign it. You've already got Devers and Adames and Chapman.
Yeah. Yes,
making
correct.
Their big money. What happens? You can't pigeonhole yourself into. Look, I'll give you a prime example. Armand would say he agrees. The Mets, when they go out and signed, they signed their outfielder last year. They got the man. Well, what happens when you sign a guy from almost $1 billion, Eric? All of a sudden, you got to put peanuts around the field around them. Teams don't have budgets of billions of dollars, Eric. And what happens when we get a salary cap, Eric?
Salary cap ain't coming. I'm telling you. The salary cap is not coming. The players union will not go for it. I'll tell you. Don't be surprised if there's, again, I've talked about this. I wouldn't be surprised if they do something with deferrals where you can't defer as much. Maybe there's a certain percentage. I don't know what that percentage will be. And I got a feeling the CBT may be a little bit more punitive, again, to keep people from blowing past the CBT. But as far as a cap, no. I don't see the players union coming back.
I disagree. And it's been a while since I had a strong difference of opinion, Eric. What have I been talking about for the last week? Vita says, second base is a strange position. It's not easy to just plug someone in there like you could in most other positions. I disagree. That's all the Giants have done since they had Jeffrey Kent. It's throw people in there. They're signing guys. I told you I brought up the name Scudero the other night. Scudero comes in, they plug him in, and they won a World Series, Eric. So saying that they can't plug guys in at second, that sends me off the rails, because that is
no.
We
what
haven't
he's
had
saying,
a solid second base.
Here's the problem. He's saying you can't do that. He's agreeing with you guys are on the same page. You just can't throw a guy in there because you got to have some. Look, that's part of your backbone, right?
But that's all they've been doing.
Second base, center field. That's your quote unquote backbone. So you got to have guys that can play that position. But yeah, you're going to have to get a decent second baseman. You have to, because the defense was horrible for the Giants last year. That's another thing you guys got to think about, right? The defense was atrocious. Codify had the numbers out there talking about the defense behind starting pitching. It was atrocious. That just tells you how good the Giants pitching was last year, because the defense that was backing them up was horse shit. And they still were able to go out there and take care of business. So again, you're going to have to, if you're going to plug the hole at second base, you better have a guy that can play that position. Ha-Seong Kim, he can play that position. Jeff McNeil can play that position, right?
What do you say to the people in the chat? What do you say in response to the people who are bringing it at your comment then, Eric? They're saying that Ha-Seong Kim, that's a lateral movement.
I don't think it's a lateral move.
I don't think it is.
No, I don't think it is. I think he's an upgrade. I don't think that's lateral. I think he is an upgrade.
And you know what? To be honest with you,
and you talk about speed, the guy can steal some bags.
To be honest with you, if Casey Schmidt's a 276 hitter, I think he's a modest 276 hitter. For what you get on the field from him, Eric, I don't think he's as good a 276 hitter as he really. I mean, the statistics kind of misleading there.
Woo! I see. Hold on, real quick.
How many errors? Did he have any errors last year, Eric? Casey Schmidt?
Yeah, he had errors.
He had errors.
I don't know how many, yeah. Real quick. I see people talking about Fitzgerald. No. Luis Arias, great bat. Glove is atrocious. You cannot put Arias at second base. You can't. Because, yes, you're going to get some production from the bat, but the glove, oh my God, cinder blocks, man. Now, here we go. Ace talks about that, and this is something we haven't talked about yet. If the Giants, or I'm sorry, the Blue Jays sign Kyle Tucker, do they still go after Bo Bichette, or do you think Bo Bichette is going to walk? What do you think? What do you think? I don't know. I don't know if they, do you think they shell out that much money? You think they shell out $350, $400 for Kyle, and they go out and shell out another $200 for Bo Bichette?
Ooh.
After giving Vlad $500?
Dan's coming in hot at you tonight. You don't know what you're talking about, Eric. Jesus.
Look at you. Look at He had a few at third base.
Oh, so he's sort of that. He's tippy-toeing around the issue then. Well, he only had one at second, Eric.
Yeah, he had a few at third, yeah.
Come on. And what is it? See, again, Lou,
I could care less
our
about
free agent signing, Lou, he's the first guy to say that, and he said it for years, Eric. You got to give him credit. He said it, and he agrees with me. Giant fans fall in love with their players, dude.
They do. Yeah, there is a love affair.
I love Wilmer.
It, right?
Dan loves Casey. That's a love affair that I just do not understand. And then you got Greg. Greg got Grant McCrae as a guest on his channel there last year, and all of a sudden, Grant McCrae is the greatest thing since pickles in a jar. I mean, I don't get it, but hey.
It happens, man. I get it. Look, that's just human nature. I get it. I'm not going to – it's human nature, right?
He threw out one Dodger at third base last year, and all of a sudden, he's Ellis Valentine with the arm out there. Yasiel Puig. Come on.
Oh, man. But let's see how this plays out.
Maybe we should ask Dan. First, can we not do better than Casey Schmidt at second base, for God's sake?
Hold on. Let's. I'm not too worried about that yet. Let's get the big things done. Let's get a starting pitcher. Let's go get another significant bat, right? Let's go get a freaking closer, and then we could start talking about second base. Okay. Then we can start talking about second base. Unless the second base is going to be your quote unquote bat. I don't know. We have absolutely no idea where the Giants are going to move, but they're definitely going to make moves. You have to. So
I think I've said, Eric, that I think Buster is smart enough to know that this is an organization that hasn't had a second baseman for 20 years. It's time to fill that slot, Eric.
But not yet. Because you know why? And I'll tell you why. Because we got some young guys. Everyone likes the young guys. You got Josar Gonzalez, who's coming up. You got
next year?
No.
Well, there you go.
What I'm saying is you can't sign guys to a long-term contract if you expect these guys to fill that position. Do you see what I'm saying? So you got Josar Gonzalez. You're going to sign Luis Hernandez here in the beginning of January, okay? These guys are projected to be something special. So the last thing you want to do is you don't want to log jam the middle of your infield with long-term contracts because they may be your future. I don't know. Who knows? We don't know. But that you got to be careful. That's why I said you go do Ha-Sung Kim for, say, 3 years and see what happens. But anyways, the first priority, what did the Giants have to do? Starting pitching, a closer, and then a bat. Those are the three that have to be addressed.
Agree.
Have to be addressed.
Agree.
And I don't know where the Giants are going to improve for the bat, at least. Pitching and a closer, okay. There's only so much you can do with that. As far as a position player, you could go out there and get an outfielder. You could go get a middle infielder. You could go get a DH. I mean, there's
Eric, Eric, again, this is all leading. Again, you're throwing a great. I totally agree with you, Eric. 100%. I'm tired of this 150%. There's no such thing. 100%. I agree with you, Eric. However, again, you're talking about this as a team that has got too many holes. So if we add pitching next year, we still go into the season. You're telling me you're okay with Drew out there in right field, where we've got weaknesses, and they are not just a weakness. They are absolute pathetic. He is not a right fielder in the major leagues, Eric. And then what do? You bring in Vitello. He's my boy. He's my boy.
Here's the problem. What does he have that absolutely shines? It's his glove. So the Giants are going to have to balance, whether you like it or not. The Giants are going to have to balance both offensive production with defensive production. The Giants' defense last year was horrible. There's the advanced statistics about Jung Hoo Lee at center. Then you got freaking Ramos out in left field, who was just running all over the place as far as the glove. His bat is fantastic, right? But his glove, not so much. So they're going to have to figure this one out, man.
Right field's a tough spot to play at Oracle anyway. I got to write that one off and say, just put a good player out there in right field who's got a bat.
And that's the thing. I don't know where they're going to do this. Again,
Drew is not on my team.
For example, say they sign Kyle Schwarber. This, for all intents and purposes, he's going to be your DH. He is not going to be in the outfield. Not going to be. He's going to be.
He's playing 162 and getting his at bats in the DH role, Eric.
Okay. You got to trade for a starting pitcher. Okay. You're not going to be able to trade for a closer. You cannot trade for a closer. You have to pay a closer.
No, only the Giants trade their closer. Eric, another point. If you looked at the 162 games for Schwarber, look how many RBIs he had. He was their leadoff hitter, Eric. What happens? You get a guy who gets 130 RBIs and you plant him in a number 3 or 4 spot.
Good Lord.
I'm telling you, he's the best kept secret in baseball. Every time he comes up for availability, I go, anybody who doesn't, I've said that when he was the Cubs and the Phillies. I said, any team that doesn't sign this guy, you're just, I don't get it. Sign the best players, Eric.
And he's going to be probably 30. He'll be 33 by the time the season starts, I believe.
And do you not agree with me, Eric? There are going to be people who say, I already said it to you early in the show, or maybe it was in the green room. I said, look at the money they've already spent.
They spent.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Along the lines of, you know how they got the deal done with Shohei, right?
Mm-hmm.
They don't have to pay him. Well, on the reverse angle, the Giants haven't exactly broken the bank for the last 10 years, Eric. They've got the money, Eric. Don't let them fool you. No bamboozling. Giant Sports Talk Live. They've got the money.
I know they do, but you gotta. We can't sit here and make crazy assumptions when you got to take in consideration what the club may or may not do. We don't know. We just know that they probably don't want to exceed the CBT. They could go up to the CBT, which means they could spend right now, I think it's like $64 million, $60 million, somewhere on there that they got to play with. And they're not going to be able to solve it all with just free agents. They're going to have to trade. And that was the whole purpose of this one, or this show. Do they trade Bryce Eldridge? They very well may. We don't know. They may trade Elliot Ramos. They may trade some of the starting pitching depth that we got, because there's a shit ton of depth that the Giants have that they could trade.
Yeah, if they get Schwarber, though, they're playing right into what we were talking about all the last 2 weeks about them being in win mode right now with the players they've got.
Isn't that where they are? Isn't that where they are? with Buster Posey's moves from last year, doesn't that show that they're win now? Do you extend Chapman? Do you sign Adames and do you trade for Devers if you're not in win now mode? Does that reek of let's just kick it down the road a couple of years? For me, it doesn't. It seems to me Buster Posey wants to win.
Yeah, and it goes to saying that Eldridge, he might be a great player in a few years, Eric. Well, you know what? Do you want to win now?
But again,
what happens if they're like the Jays? Next year we go all the way, Eric, and you go, geez, if they had only made that deal. Jesus Christ. They're just they fell short because they didn't close the deal in the offseason. Well, they're in a position now. If they can get the big bat, Eric, trade him. Look what this team will be next year.
Well, okay, with Schwarber, you're gonna have to pay him. Okay. But if you pay him, again, you're getting your 40 home run guy who's proven it. He's proven he is a 40 home run guy. And you would have to trade Eldridge, who has the potential to be a 40. Do you want a guy that got the potential, or do you want the guy who is going to actually do it?
Exactly, Eric.
Pay him, trade, and if you trade and you go get your starting pitcher. You go get maybe an outfielder, maybe you get an infielder, who knows? But you trade, so then you don't have to pay the big free agent money for everybody else.
Yeah, it's not rocket appliances. It's right there. It's there, Eric.
They could make some moves and make this team significantly better.
Dude, this is a team that played 500 baseball last year, Eric, who had 15-game losing streaks and couldn't win at home. Yeah. Imagine where they're at, right? Eric, they're on the cusp, Eric, in my opinion. And I'm the guy who's always negative. I'm telling you guys, they are right there. They are pieces. Oh, come on, Buster. They're right there, Eric. They're right there. Eric's looking at me like, oh, my God, what are you talking about? Oh, he's back. I knew you froze up.
Oh, man, I saw this. Hold on, I saw Posey. That was good.
You didn't even get to hear my rant. Well, I'm not doing it.
I heard Buster Posey go do it. I heard it, man. Oh, my gosh. But I tell you, man.
Listen, nobody babies. We all want homegrown talent. I couldn't give a fiddler's crap about homegrown talent. I don't care if you're from Venezuela or Australia or Galt, California. Just get me the players, Eric. I don't care where they're from. What is it, like old home week? It's old home week at Oracle Park. Come see the guy from just down the street. Who cares, Eric? I don't care.
Look, there's a reason why. Games. And here's the thing. There is a reason why you do want to, develop your talent, because it doesn't cost as much, right? Because you got your guy. Now, granted, it doesn't cost that much for a few years, but then once they hit free agency, then you're gonna have look when Logan Webb hits free agency. Are you telling me he's not going to get $200 million a year from somewhere, and it's probably not going to be the Giants? I mean, that's a high possibility that happens. So even though you bring them up, and you have control of them for about 6 years, once that 6 years is up, if you're not willing to pony up the money, well, again, guess what? That homegrown talent is now playing elsewhere.
And it's the same thing if they're talking about, homegrown as far as building it. Eric, what are the Dodgers? Why are the Dodgers there every single freaking year? Because they trade it all. You don't need. The Dodgers, to me, have proven that you don't need homegrown talent.
Yeah, but on that note, you got to be willing to. I talked about this on the last show, right? What does spending mean? In baseball, spending can mean a lot of shit. Well, we'll say a shit ton of money, or it can mean you're trading assets. That is a form of money where you can make, or I should say, bring in better talent. So either you can sit there and have your homegrown stuff and have success, or you could go do what the Dodgers do. They trade everything and pay money. They do two things. They trade their prospects and they offer a lot of money, and they're having success. Right, you can't deny that the Dodgers are not doing something right as far as building a team.
Eric, it's either poop or get off the pot. And I'll give Dan his credit. He's come up with the single greatest quote that emblazons this franchise. It's get in a lane. What are the Giants? What are you doing, Giants? Are you going to play? You
No,
got
there is a lane.
What angle are you playing this?
But there is a lane. And I think the lane was
do it all. You can't be keeping all your young guys. And Eric, I mean, if you're going to trade, the young guys are going to go.
They have to. Some have to. Look, and it may not.
Pick a lane.
And what I mean by trading, does it always have to involve Eldridge? No, it can involve other players too. I'm not saying Eldridge is the only one that the Giants can trade. There's other players.
Eldridge will get you the biggest return.
He will get you the biggest return. Facts. Now, here's the thing. I think the Giants have chosen a lane. They showed last year. They extended Chapman. They got Willie Adames, and they traded for Devers. That tells me they're picking a lane. Now, everybody right now is all up in arms about the Giants because they didn't want to sign Amai. They didn't sign Cody Ponce. They didn't get Devin Williams. They didn't get Rafael Iglesias. Look, and I understand it. Giants fans want to see some movement. They want to see guys come to the ball or to come to the club and make the team better. But nothing has happened yet until moves start happening for the Giants. We don't know. We could either say, yep, they're still following the blueprint of win now, or they go in a different direction.
Eric, I got to ask you something. I know he's up your end. Is Senior an A's fan now, or is he a Giant fan?
Oh, he's a Giants fan.
So he's a Giant fan. Well, I don't get it. Is he? I thought he was actually in the loop, so to speak. I mean, to say players want to play in not freezing cold Oracle Park. Well, I guess Adames didn't get the memo, and Chapman. And all these guys who've signed is free. I guess they didn't get that memo there, Senior. I don't buy into that. There's another line I don't buy. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of that one. They don't want to play at Oracle. It's too cold. Eric, it's too spacious. It's too cold. I
tell you what, man.
Every excuse.
Until I hear the Giants were turned down after offering the most, then maybe there's some credence. Freaking Carlos Correa, right?
Yeah.
$350 million. The biggest contract, right, that he had in that offseason. He said yes. He was willing to come play if the price is right. That's just what it's going to do. What's up, Miles?
I know why Senior's so nitpicky lately. It's because we haven't done this for a while.
Oh, my God!
His little Hunter Pence is there. So
hey, wait, that was in big cold Oracle Park, though. You're not supposed to do that in big cold. Oh my God!
But I see little Hunter. I saw Senior and Mrs. Senior there, so it couldn't have been that cold. They both had a jacket on. Come on.
He's hitting dingers and BCOP, man. Come on, man.
Senior, you're better than that. Come on. Stop with the excuses.
Oh my God. Again, there's going to be guys that can play in Oracle Park, right? Schwarber can hit in Oracle Park. There's no, come on.
I got to show you. You want cold? Hey, wait,
let's hear cold. Oh, no, I know where you're going. Oh, here we go. Oh, where are we at here? Let me take a look. That's a fact, Vita. There will be Giants fans out there saying the deal was horrible and they should have gone somewhere else. Look, and that's the fact of the fandom. And Glenn, you've said that, right? I've said it. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't, man.
That's my new line. I'm sticking with it. I need a t-shirt that says that. You're damned if you do, and damned if you don't. Poor Buster. I mean, if he played it safe, half the chat would be pissed he didn't get Vitello. He gets Vitello. There's people like you and I who are like, I don't know about this. But I'll tell you, Eric, people who say Oracle Park, it's cold. Dude, I lived in the Arctic.
Is it cold up there?
I swear. Eric, I swear to the Lord above. That got me in trouble the last time. But I brought receipts. Do you know what street I lived on?
North Pole. Hey, road to nowhere. No shit.
That's the street the sign at the end of my road. And we don't even call them streets. They're just roads. You live on like dirt roads. I lived on the road to nowhere.
Wow. Interesting.
I got to get framed for that. Yeah,
That's
I
something.
lived on the road to nowhere.
To
And see the syllabics? It's all written in
I see that. That's the
Inuit language.
right?
Eskimo, Inuit. They
Yeah.
don't like that word Eskimo, but
Yeah.
anyway, yep. That's my street.
How about that? Road to nowhere. But
And Winnipeg.
gosh, man.
Winnipeg is the coldest place in North America, actually. Haven't you heard of that, Eric? Morkatna said Winnipeg's hella cold. Yeah, Winnipeg is known as, they say, about 10 blocks from me, down Portage. Portage in Maine, where it intersects, is always said to be the coldest spot in North America.
No
And
kidding.
I'll tell you, it's freaking freezing out there today.
Is it?
I walked out to check the mail today, Eric. You ever go out and it's so cold? I had tears running down my eyes. Dude, it was cold. Wow. And then remember 6 weeks ago, I came back up here, Eric. What was I saying? I can't sleep. It's so freaking hot up here. So it changes on a flip.
Hey, look at that, Ibrahim. If you lived on the road to nowhere, are you technically the nowhere man the Beatles spoke of?
Yeah, I'm sitting in a nowhere land with Eric every second night here. Come on.
Insane was asking a question during the winter meetings. Should we do a show every single night? Maybe we should do that. Maybe because I think the actual meetings is Monday through Wednesday. So maybe
we'll pop in. If anything breaks, I'm coming in during the day with Eric if I can get away from the microphone, my work schedule.
Yeah, I tell you.
Got time, I can't, but
so we'll do a show every night, Monday through Wednesday. And then if anything breaks during the day, of course, we'll come on and talk about it.
It's only a week away, Eric, isn't it?
Monday. Yeah, less than a week from today.
Yeah, Monday, next week. Next week is...
Everyone arrives on Sunday, and then the meetings start on Monday, if I'm not mistaken.
And you'll be hard-pressed to see a whole winter meetings go by and no big talk.
No, there's going to be something.
No big drama. There'll be something.
And look
at what we did the day before the meetings or the week before the meetings last year, Eric. That's when we nabbed Willie Adamas. So maybe Buster. Remember, I'm bringing out all my lines, but don't be the last dog at the bowl. Get it done. He surprises us by the weekend, Eric.
Yeah. Hey, and here's the thing. We don't know. Deals could already be done, but they're just waiting to announce, right? For all intents and purposes, maybe everything is all set, ready to go. We just got to make the announcement, and we're just going to wait till the winter meetings because the baseball has the limelight. Everybody knows it's the winter meetings. Everybody is going to be watching and in tune, refreshing freaking Twitter.
Yeah, but then you can't. That only goes to prove you can't believe what you read online because the Baggerly said they're done. So,
well, the funny thing is, you got to be careful with that because he did not say he. You gotta kind of read between the lines a little bit. Let's see what happens. Should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, look at Armand's
I was
asking.
just going to say that. It's a good point. Predict
first free signing and trade. Oh my God. Maybe we'll do that on Friday.
Meetings.
Let's do that on Friday. You want to kick that around on Friday?
I think it's going to be. I think Toronto signs. I think he's a free agent. I think Toronto gets the relief pitcher from Tampa. Fairfield.
No, Fairbanks. No, he went to Detroit.
He's already gone.
When
did that go down? See,
today.
I missed that one.
Today. Okay, but I'm not. Pete Fairbanks is.
I thought he would be perfect in Toronto. Bolster their bullpen because who's going to be gone. There was a story on not WFAN, on the Fan 590 in Toronto. There's fans everywhere. What's that, Eric? The team's radio networks, they all have the Fan 590, the Super Fan Network. Oh, they're all the same. But the one in Toronto said that they're going to get rid of that pitcher who kept blowing it.
What's his name?
They had Fairbanks coming in, and he would be released. He's out.
What the hell was his name? God, what the hell was that? Yeah, I know who you're talking about. They picked him up was it the trade deadline they picked him up? I can't remember. You know who Steve Summers is, right?
I told you about his. I got his book, Schmoozing, SPORTS. He's at WFAN in New York City, or he was. He's now retired.
I got a chance to listen to him tonight over there with the New York Giants Preservation Society. They had him on as a special guest.
Get the freak out.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And, he kind of talks like this, schmoozing.
It was pretty good, man. It was awesome.
The Giants, they're not very good.
Oh, it's fantastic. As a matter of fact, if you go to the New York Giants Preservation Society, it's already up on their YouTube. So if you want to go take
the
a
Giants
listen.
Preservation Society. You hear that, Armand?
New York Giants Preservation
I'll
Society.
check it out. I'm going to do that right after the show.
Oh, it's awesome. And he breaks down.
Ooh.
He breaks down a little bit.
Insane says people are coming in hard on you tonight. Fairbanks hasn't signed yet.
I thought he did. I thought he did.
Oh.
Did I get bad? Maybe I got bad info. I thought he did. Maybe not then. Never mind.
There's a lot of bad info out there, Eric.
What is up, Dilly? Man, good to see you, dude.
Jesus, you talk about bad info and how they can run with it, Eric. I made a kind of a joke the other night. I told you that the San Francisco-based Women's Professional Baseball League, and I think it was the second round, I said, they signed Yamamoto. The Yamamoto, his sister. Oh, my God. The internet lit up on that. She's not his sister, just the last name. There's lots of Yamamotos over there. If you're not aware.
So Fairbanks has not signed. My bad. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that.
Jesus. They take everything with a grain of salt, Eric. I mean, just come on.
I tell you what. We're getting ready to get out of here, though, Dilly. Gosh, dang it, dude. I know you want to talk Pete Alonso.
Oh, my God. The real Dilly hasn't been in. You know what? You want to break curfew, Eric? Just give him 5 minutes. You
want to give him 5?
Yes. Special guest appearance. I'll get. Okay. I'll put in the
in the link. And then
we'll let
me go warm up my coffee. I'll be right back. I know what that means. I already know what that means.
Oh, you're going to pull a Dan on me. You're going to be here an hour and a half from now? I'm going to bed. So there's the link for the real Dilly. And while Dilly dials in, we want to remind you to please support our sponsors. Without the sponsors, Eric and I wouldn't get to have all this fun.
Giant Sports Talk Live, brought to you by Lefties in Burlingame. Visit Lefties for all of your Giants collecting needs. By GenesisGoldIRA.com, Signatures for Soldiers. Duxwell Printing, for all of your printing needs in the Bay Area. Visit Duxwell Printing at 37 Wentworth Place in San Francisco. And by BetterCreditCards.com. For the best credit card choice for you, visit BetterCreditCards.com. Covering the San Francisco Giants nightly online. We are Giant Sports Talk Live. Now, back to Eric and Glenn.
No, that's not me. That's Ian Robinson. Ian Robinson from 103.5 Capital FM, a little station I own. And he does voice work for CKIQ FM as well and Hot Country. So that answers that. We're waiting for Dilly to arrive. Hopefully he will arrive in the next few minutes. Please do some. And I've been sworn, now that Eric's away, I want to mention, I've been sworn to absolute secrecy. BetterCreditCards.com will be sharing the spotlight. We have a new featured sponsor coming real soon. We're just putting the finishing touches on a contract with them. They're going to buy, I think, the whole year. So we're pretty excited to add a new sponsor. This one is huge. It's going to make sure that we pay the bills for the next 3 or 4 years. I'm really happy about that. They love the show. They're coming in hot. They said, you got to love when the client, you don't have to sell them. They come and go, how much to buy the show? So I'm sworn to a secrecy on this one with a new sponsor coming soon.
Hey, hold on. We got a visual. Don't
show them yet.
No way.
I'm keeping it.
No way. Hold on. Let me find it. Hold on. I got to find it. I know where it's at.
What? Not the sponsor. Don't show them.
Oh, I got to make sure I hit the right one.
I don't want the sponsor in there yet.
It's this one right here. All right, let's do this.
There it is. There it is.
And now, another special guest appearance on Giant Sports Talk Live.
Eric, be careful you don't fall out of the chair.
Hey, look at it. What is up, Dilly? How's it going, man?
Is that what freaking Dilly looks like?
That's what Dilly looks like. What's up, Dilly?
I've shown my face before on here.
I haven't seen
it.
It's
been a long time.
I think you did.
I used to wear a blue hat, but my internet is questionable whenever I use my webcam. So
I hear you. So how's everything in Modesto, man? Good?
Okay, I'll be right back.
It's been good. We're finishing up harvest right now.
Gotcha.
So,
yep, it's that time of the year, isn't it?
All the trees are getting shook and all that stuff. So
Yep, that time of the
Fun
year,
times,
man.
busy times.
You've been going to school too, right?
What's up?
You've been going to school, right?
Yeah, I actually I graduated earlier this year from
Oh, you did?
JC, and then now I'm at 4-year. I'm at Stan State.
Yeah, Turkey Tech.
Kind of cool
Turkey Tech.
for business.
Is that where you're at? Turkey Tech, Stanislaus State.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
Way to go! Hey,
That's where
congratulations, Dilly. Way to
Where
go.
it's at.
Way to go. So I got it. I
Thank you.
gotta know.
Appreciate it.
Do you still have the infatuation with the polar bear?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I'd have him on this team in a heartbeat. Trade Eldridge.
Ooh.
Have Devers go back to being a DH. I'll be honest, though. I prefer the Schwarber idea better. That's way cooler to me.
That would be something, huh?
Like,
that would be something.
Yeah, like you get all kinds of crazy. You could trade and I know it goes against like all logic that Greg Johnson and crew have been preaching about not wanting to give a bunch of long-term contracts to pitchers and such. But what I would do is just screw it, say screw it, get Schwarber. If you can get Schwarber, then now he's your DH. Devers can just be full-time first baseman. You can trade Eldridge to the Tigers for Skubal and extend Skubal, and then go and sign some slappy whatever to fill up the bottom part of your rotation.
Okay. Interesting.
And then get Rogers back because I like Rogers.
Rogers would be okay.
Why not? Like, screw it. Just get rid of everyone and get some big names. Why not?
Why the hell not, man?
I keep holding out like, hey, maybe Bichette's on the table. That'd be kind of cool to see Bichette play second.
I tell you what, he may be. I was talking a little bit about with Glenn. If they're going to go sign Tucker, do they have enough? Maybe they do. Maybe they say to hell with it. We're going to be the Dodgers of the East. They could very easily go out there and if they want to go sign.
Oh, yeah.
But would they? I don't know because I mean, if you're going to sign Tucker, you're talking 350, 400, somewhere around there, right?
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
But man,
well, if you're going to go by that logic, I kind of like signing Bichette and Schwarber better than signing Tucker.
Holy shit, dude! Now you're talking my language here, man.
That would be a bet. That
I would not be
much
against
better use of that money because Schwarber's not going to warrant like Bichette's going to get a lot because he's young and he plays a premium position. He doesn't play it very premiumly, but
right,
you know
he'll be a second baseman with
the. You could cover it up a little bit, and I'm sure he's not going to be throwing a fit about that. But no, I historically have always been a fan of the big boppers who bat 225 and hit 40 balls. So if you can tell me that Schwarber's like feeling it out, that'd be awesome. And like think about the PR for that because it would be just bomb dropping in McCovey Cove all the time. Like how many splash hits do you think Schwarber gets?
Right.
Oh, we showed the scan earlier.
I think it'd be good.
Yeah, I looked at I got the right here, the baseball savant.
Great.
I mean, look at this. How many of these balls are going to be in the Cove? All of them.
Like McCovey Cove. Dave is going to need a motorboat next year. Jeez.
Yeah, you're going to have to.
Oh yeah. Fishing net.
That would be something.
I agree with Anthony. You see Anthony's in the chat, guys? Anthony's over here. Look what he's saying.
Yeah, they got a lot of money.
We've got a lot of money.
Yes, we do.
We do, Anthony. So, you know what? We can get these. It just depends. You want to play hardball or with the negotiations and just give them the money. Build this team. The window is now. Build it now.
Whew.
Yeah.
And Dilly, don't you agree with Eric and I that it's better if you trade Eldridge, who could be, for someone who is?
That's just where I'm at with it.
I think
That's
to an
where I'm at,
extent,
too.
yeah. Well, because we kind of did the same thing with Harrison to an extent, where his stock was real high initially.
And
Or
then
I guess it would be
falling.
better comparison would be, it'd be better comparison with Luciano.
Luciano's
that was a
even
missed
better.
opportunity to dump him off.
Can you imagine?
Like,
can you imagine the team
His
that?
stock was
Hey, can you imagine the team
Yeah.
that would have traded for a guy like Luciano?
Where did he get in the top 100?
Yeah.
Because it's that it has some shine when you're in the at least in the top 15. He got up there, right? Did he? I don't know if he cracked the top 10 or 15, but he was up there. And now
And you got to agree. You got to agree,
is.
Eric. To your point, Eric, that is what why are the LA Dodgers successful? They're willing to trade off guys who could be. They went and got Mookie Betts. When they got Mookie Betts, Eric, they got a legitimate player. Get us legitimate players, take us over the top, right? Am I wrong here?
No, they're not. Because
the
And I think
problem
we're
is
close.
I'm weary about trading. The only thing, because Eldridge has 100 million years of team control, obviously, but then that also contributes to his stock being so high.
Correct.
There's a lot of contingency that needs to go on if you're going to offload someone like him, and it's got to be a player and a half with some either an established contract that is for years to come, like a Devers type, or someone with a similar amount of team control. Because I don't like giving if we were to trade Eldridge to the Tigers and then God forbid not be able to extend Skubal, well then that's obviously worst case nightmare scenario. You'd have to trade him under that contingency of you're going to be a Giant for the next 5 years, 6 years at least. Same with I don't know how many years are left on Harper's contract.
And that, could you imagine? That would be a guy that you say, okay, we'll pay you and we'll give you the years. No, right? Skubal, 2-time Cy Younger in a row. No, that's the guy you say yes to. You don't sit there and hem-haw freaking.
I told you, guys were in our chat last week saying, yeah, but if you can sign this guy, I go, it doesn't matter. It's like the Dodgers. If the Dodgers went after Skubal and they're like, well, they already got pitching. You worry about that later. You can make moves with your pitcher. You get the best play. Skubal and Skeens, Eric. I mean, they're dominant. They're in a league of their own, aren't they?
And there you go. He was high as 9. High as 9.
About,
so here you go. This proves the point. And look, everybody can point to the Bryce Harpers and the King Griffeys and the Juan Sotos, the Rafi Devers, because he came up when he was young, right? But how many more are like the Lucianos where they just fall by the wayside? There was a time where people was like, no way, we need to trade. Don't trade Luciano. Now, you know where he's at now? He's about to be traded for peanuts because he's not going to be on the roster. Him, Matos, Encarnacion, they're not going to be on the roster. See, that's what I'm saying. Trade while they're high. Trade while they're high.
Got to,
because you don't know. It's a crapshoot, right? And the problem is if the Giants were in a position where they didn't, if they were say one guy away, okay, you don't trade and you could do it a different way. But the Giants got holes to fill here, right? And you're in win now mode. I don't want to keep rehashing this, but Buster Posey's decisions last year is win now. That's where he's at. And you have to continue that. If you decide to course correct now, well, then what the hell are you doing being the president of baseball operations? Then that means you shouldn't be in that position because you don't switch in 1 year. It doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Yes, Aaron.
Very, very rarely does it happen.
You don't trade a once-in-a-lifetime generational player like Eldridge. You build around him. Well, the Giants have now added players they can build around.
You don't build around a question mark. You would build around Devers. That's who you build around. And just like what Dan posted up there, Luciano was number 9. Where's he? He's nowhere. He's not going to even be part of the future.
Yeah, but the same people, Eric, 5 years ago,
Come
you
on.
got to build around Luciano.
Right. And if they did that, where would the Giants be?
So, yeah.
I mean, that's why you got to be careful in this. And look,
Grass isn't
it's
always
not easy,
greener, man, by keeping
look,
these guys.
Right. And look, and I'm not saying that it's easy. These are tough decisions that you have to make. You're the president of baseball operations, talking about Buster Posey. And look, it's not like you just go out there and say, yep. You got to really think this through. And I'm not going to sit there and pretend that it's easy. I'm just saying history has shown that more times than not, these prospects don't fall or don't come through. That's why you have a draft every year. You replenish every single year.
And to be fair, we're not talking about trading Eldridge for a bag of balls. You get a big return.
No,
you pull the trigger.
Something.
Yeah.
Let me float this, because
if you do,
while we're just snowballing, why not, right? Shooting for the stars and hoping something sticks. Let's say they manage to swing Schwarber, right? So we have the complete and total DH first base logjam.
Yeah.
That you can deal Eldridge. Okay, we have Schwarber, he's DH. Devers is full-time first base, which I don't mind that idea, by the way. I think that would be just fine. But then what if you could get – would you prefer Skeens over Skubal? If you could dump Eldridge at Skeens instead of –
I like Skubal better than Skeens.
You like Skubal more than Skeens?
I do. I got a feeling that Skeens is going to go under the knife here soon. Skubal already has. He's already got Tommy John, so I'm not too concerned. But I don't know, man. I that delivery, sometimes you see it, and I saw some comparisons. I think it was matter of fact, it was Goose Gossage. I think he was talking about how it was different back when he was throwing, where he used this entire body rather than just his freaking upper half. So I don't know, man.
Tell you something else Buster Posey's got to do, Eric.
He's a big dude, though.
He is. He is a big dude. There's no doubt about it. He's got the build.
Buster Posey's got to do. He's got to do this. Absolutely, without question. If you are in a position and you're right there, you got a deal done with Schwarber, you don't mess around. You trade. You pick up the phone. You start dealing Eldridge. So you announce them both. Because I think if they pick up a guy like Schwarber, and as Dilly, to his point, he says, yeah, that creates a logjam, that again will bring down the value, because teams will say, yeah, we know you want to move him. You kind of got to move him now. So I think they make that move in conjunction with a signing of Schwarber. You don't want his value to drop any lower.
I like that. And you know what? Here's another idea. How about we retain Eldridge? We get Schwarber. I'm telling you right now, I will hot swap from being the polar bear Alonso guy to a Schwarber guy if they sign Schwarber faster than you could literally blink your eyes. I will be on the Schwarber wagon for the rest of the time he plays baseball. But let's say they sign Schwarber. You don't have to deal Eldridge, and then you can get check in with the Twins and deal Ramos and like Josuar or Johnny Level, someone like that. Like package a deal, and get Joe Ryan or Pablo Lopez, someone from the Twins, and that way you hold on to Eldridge. You have your 40 bomb dropper and Schwarber, and you're dealing outfield and prospects. Because we have 1 million outfielders right now. Posey went out, obviously, and got 100 million, like, little slappies who play good defense. So,
did you see the
defense part?
Did you see the other rumor that's you like? Lately, Eric's been rumors. Usually, we're not into those.
It's that time of year.
But the other one, I heard that the Giants had put a call in. And they're interested in that outfielder with the New York Yankees playing left field, Eric.
Wait, say that again?
The Giants apparently have talked to the Yankees. They're interested in Dominguez. Who couldn't hit that?
Hell no!
I was going to say,
I know.
You want to talk about...
Hell no! His star has fallen. Why? See, that's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying, man.
That's
a perfect example.
His cards were worth a freaking fortune. I had a Dominguez rookie card, Eric. I sold it for $3,800.
Holy shit.
I said, sell now. Guy made me an offer from upstate New York. I said, I'll have it. I said, I'll put it on a plane. I'll fly it. I'll pay the $60 instead of mail it to you. It'll be there tomorrow night. Show me the money. That was a great deal because now his cards are a few $100. It's like stock market. And so is this. Off-season, Eric, is really like a stock market. And playing with your prospects, they're stocks, Eric. The value rises, it falls.
Of course.
It falls, it rises again. It's like poker. You got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them, baby.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's not easy. Yeah. These are tough decisions that you have to make. No, there's no doubt about it. But to your idea of there, Dilly, man, that would be freaking huge. Absolutely. But look, and another thing, you still got to go sign a closer. You still got to freaking find a closer. I don't know who it's going to be.
I don't think they're going to do that.
You think they're running back Ryan Walker?
Faith in them doing that, which sucks because
you can't trade for a closer because no one's trading a closer. Oh, yeah, I think he's locked up. Is he back? There he is.
I don't think they're going to get a closer.
You don't think so? You got Robert Suarez, Kenley Jansen, and I think that's about it. And I think Fairbanks, I guess, is still out there too. I don't want Fairbanks. But what's up, Mike? So I don't know. I don't know where they're going to go with the closer. It can't be. I can't be. I don't care if Dominguez is 22. He sucks. And the age means nothing to me. If you can't play, it doesn't matter what your age is. I get what you're saying because he's young and he could develop more. I get it. But man, the Giants need the win now. They're not in a timeline of seeing what these guys can do. We've done this. Let's see what these guys can do. Talking about the pitching. It didn't work out. The Giants are in win now mode. And if they're not going to do that, well, then now you're in two timelines. If you're trying to say win now, but then also develop the young guys, it's going to be tough, man. And
Eric,
you're not. It's not a recipe for success.
I've been called out as usual. You know what? Even when they call me out, they don't know what they're talking about. Of course, Senior says Glenn's just making shit up, right? Your pal, I call him the backward hat guy. He did in-depth review of the teams that apparently have reached out to the Yankees. The teams that have reached out to the Yankees, and there are 8 teams that had feelers out on Jason Dominguez, Eric.
Oh, I'm sure they did.
And who was one of them?
Giants, yeah. That doesn't surprise me. I'm telling you, Giants are involved here. Let's take a look at this. It's
out there, Eric.
Let's take a look. Let's go to ESPN.
Giant Sports Talk Live. We don't always make stuff up here, Eric.
Riley's decent, but let's go with what these guys are saying. Kiley, McDaniel, and Jeff Passan. This is crazy. Giants are literally involved in almost every damn player. Let's look at this. Tariq Skubal, 10% chance. Mets, Dodgers, Orioles.
You know what? Yankees, that's gracious.
Red Sox, Giants. Ketel Marte. Where is it? 40%. Pirates, Giants, Phillies, Mariners, Royals, Athletics, Mets. I don't know why Giants are in there. I don't see them trading within the division. Freddie Peralta, 25%. Mets, Orioles, Rangers, Giants, Astros, Diamondbacks, Padres. Hunter Green, 10% chance. Padres, Giants, Orioles, Mets, Athletics, Diamondbacks. Byron Buxton, 35%. Giants are not in the Buxton sweepstakes. Joe Ryan, 50%. Red Sox, Mets, Orioles, Rangers, Giants, Astros. Jaron Duran, 50% chance he gets traded. Tigers, Royals, Giants, Pirates, Phillies, Mets, Reds, Diamondbacks. Pablo Lopez, 50% chance. Mets, Orioles, Giants, Astros, Padres. Mackenzie Gore, Giants. Stephen Kwan, Giants. Brendan Donovan, Giants. C.J. Abrams, Giants.
Jesus.
Wilmer Abreu, Giants. Chris Bubik,
this is getting comedic.
Giants.
Okay.
Yandy Diaz, first baseman.
Or no, he didn't.
Don't need a first baseman, so he's not on there.
He's not on the list, yeah.
Wilson Contreras, not on there. So they got him as a first baseman. Brandon Lowe. Giants. Edward Cabrera. Giants. Mitch Keller. Not in the Giants. Jake Cronenworth. Not. Luis Robert Jr. Again, a lot of people are high on Luis Robert. I wasn't. Giants. Sandy Alcantara. Giants.
Come on, Eric.
Brady Stinger. Yeah.
You're killing us.
Giants. Alec Boehm.
Stop it.
Yeah. Well, Jeff McNeil. Giants.
Oh, God, enough.
No, seriously, they're all over the place. Again, this is ESPN. Jeff Passan, Kiley McDaniel. So the Giant, so it doesn't surprise me that, if they're talking about Jason Dominguez, that the Giants aren't going to be involved. They're all over the place.
I guess if you throw your dart at the board, you're going to hit sooner or later.
Giants.
I told you.
And here's the thing. Does it mean that it's going to happen? No, it doesn't mean. But when you see all this news, you got to start piecing these things.
Yeah, but look, it does. It's the biggest offseason in the history of baseball.
If you just want to talk pitching, Greg Johnson already said doesn't want a long-term contract. He said that out of his mouth. Remember John Shea, Susan Slusser in the beginning of the offseason. He said they don't want to spend a lot of money on a long-term contract and 9 digits for a starting pitcher. So what does that leave? Did it say that they wouldn't trade for one? Of course not. Because if you trade for one, now you're only talking 2 years, maybe at the most $40 million between those 2 years. So come on, man. Let's see what happens. And again, this is coming from Jeff Passan, Kiley McDaniel, and I'm guessing they got feelers out there that the Giants are probably going to trade. Now, who are the principals involved? Guess as good as mine. As Glenn,
the winter meetings are
dartboard
on the 8th, right?
What's that?
Do the winter meetings start on the 8th?
Yeah, correct. Monday is the first day. Everyone arrives on Sunday, but the meetings start on Monday.
Okay.
So
Christmas.
It's going to be interesting to see how this is all going to pan out. The Giants are going to get a trade. There's no doubt about it. At the minimum, a trade. Mm-hmm. Probably more. But this is what's fun. This is our Christmas right here as a baseball fan.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Out of the 3 dudes, Schwarber, Tucker, and Bichette, which one would you prefer the most? You could get one of those guys.
At the bottom. Tucker's at the bottom for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like Bichette because the guy, he's that contact hitter with some pop. Ooh, but Schwarber, man, he's got a good eye, but he strikes out so much. I like Bichette.
He walks just Schwarber, as much, though, too.
Yeah, he does. There's no doubt about it. But do we have the guys to knock him in? That's the problem. He'll get on base, but can anyone knock him in?
I think the Giants, they got to be able to, Eric.
Oh, and he stole 10 bases last year or something? I think he had multi.
That's insane.
I know.
But there are names, Eric. They don't have to be superstar names. There are guys who produce that you can get for a reasonable price. Won't hurt you. Will only help. Cedric Mullins, prime example. Cedric Mullins of the Orioles, Eric. Tampa signed him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A Cedric Mullins in the outfield would not have hurt us in right field, Eric.
Yeah, Is it much different than Dean or Weimer?
I was going to say we have 4 different types of Cedric Mullins.
Again, Eric, I feel more comfortable. I know what I'm getting from Cedric Mullins, who plays at the major league level. These Eric, again, every year, Weimer is the flavor of the week. Well, yeah, but we got Weimer, and he's got speed, and he can do this. Eric, he's never healthy, and he's played. This is his 5th team in 3 years. Something neat adding up here, Eric.
Exactly. Senior, come on, man. That doesn't even make sense. No teams talk to anybody about trades. They don't do that. Was there anything leaked about Grayson Rodriguez going to the Angels for freaking Taylor Ward? Was there any talk about Nemo going to Texas for freaking Simeon? No. They don't. No one ever talks about that. No one ever leaks. Oh, teams are talking about a trade. The only time where news is going to break is where it's damn near completed. They don't go out there and air that stuff. They don't. Now, with free agents, that's a little bit different. Oh, hey, this player's going to visit this team. This player's going to go visit that team. So, yeah, then you got news. With trades, you don't hear anything about that until it's about damn near consummated. So, I mean, with trades, oh, Vita said it. My bad. Vita, what did you say? Come on.
And they're ripping Cedric Mullins' numbers in the chat, Eric, but he only played 42 games last year.
Oh, Vita, you're surely...
They'll rip.
I mean, I see what you're saying. Look, there's conversation. Look, come on. To sit there and say that there isn't any conversations, no, Vita, you're good, Vita. We can't sit there and say, yes, this GM is talking to this GM or whatever. No, we can't say that. But you know that they're talking. There's communication, right? And are they going to tell us? No, who the hell are we, man? We're just fans. And you follow some of this Giants Twitter fandom. Holy shit, dude. Stuff's coming out from all over the place, man. I don't even know who half of these people are. But
that pisses me off. I'll be glad when we finally get things. You know what?
Yeah,
just put it in the rearview mirror, and we know what we got, because you got the same
Right.
people coming in all the time, Eric. They'll rip on signing a guy like Cedric Mullins, who played 42 games last year, didn't even really get going. Basically last year was a write-off. I like him, but then those same people will be going, oh, my God, we've got Patrick Bailey. Can't move him. Come on. I don't understand the fans who, well, we can't get him. He sucks. Or Dilly. Last show, when I had kind of set the market on this, didn't I, Eric? I said, Kyle Schwarber's the guy they should go after.
You did.
I set the market on that, and what did the chat do? Oh, no. He strikes out too much.
I said that too. I said that too. I was one of them. Because I thought he was more similar, but then when you look more at his numbers, it's like, okay,
I'll take the splash hits and the 140 RBIs over. I don't care if he strikes out all the time.
But here's the problem: the guy's going to be on base ahead of him. If the guys are on base ahead of him, you'll get the RBIs.
So you put Jung-Hoo Lee in the leadoff spot. I put him batting third. Second or third, at least. If he's got 120 some, I don't know the number off the top of my head, Eric, what it was last year. 130 RBIs, and he was the leadoff guy. What happens when you put him in a run production spot in the lineup? I just think he is the single best piece on the market right now, Eric.
Wow.
And if we land him, I think it's the offseason.
And you know what? I
don't get it. See, JB.
Going.
So JB said, well, yeah, it's I've turned over a leaf. Schwarber should be leading off.
Why not then?
If Schwarber should be leading off, then don't worry about the strikeouts or anything else. If he's your leadoff guy, why should he be leading off? You go, well, yeah, but he strikes out a third of the time. If he's driving in 130 runs, Eric, why is he not your player in the lineup who drives in runs? Get him out of the leadoff spot and let him do damage.
I don't know. We don't even know if he's going to come here, to be honest with you.
Oh, I think that flies in the face of the. If you're 130,
it's great.
You have a leadoff guy gets 130 RBIs.
Yeah,
a leadoff guy. What's the damage he does as a cleanup hitter, Eric?
I mean, and here's the thing: there was talk about him going to freaking Pittsburgh, right? Pittsburgh was in the running. No way. Look,
yeah,
he's going to go to Pittsburgh. Don't say he ain't going to San Francisco.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Giants have a better shot of getting Schwarber than the damn Pirates. Come on.
Dilly, good to see you, buddy. I'm getting out of here.
Yeah, we got to get out of here. Dilly, thanks for hanging out for a little bit, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Hey, before you go, where'd you get that lid? I like the aqua green. Oh. Where'd you get that? I like that. Where you make it?
It was actually a gift from my former supervisor.
Hey, oh, well, there you go. Nice. I like that. I like the logo on that. That's nice.
Cool.
Appreciate it.
All right. Okay, buddy. Dilly.
Jeez, I should ask Dilly. I hope it ended on good. I hope it wasn't his. It wasn't a parting gift.
All right, let's get the hell out of here, guys. We'll be back here Friday night. Do it all over again, and then we'll see what's up. Thanks, Senior. Yeah, it was a good show. Good stuff, man. This is what's beautiful about baseball talk, man. And I'm not sitting. I don't sit here and and try to convince people to think I do the way I do. I'm not going to, that's not my business.
50 times a day.
All I do is I just give out my ideas, and I like to see what other people have to say. I say that all the time, and that's how I feel. It's fun. It's good stuff, man, because we ain't got baseball to watch, but we got a lot of baseball.
We'll be back next week.
Next week. Yeah. He will not be with us the rest of the week.
Yeah. So we look forward to his return. Sadly missed this week. And you know what? Even this is the great thing about this show, Eric. We can take a night with a couple of topics, and it blows wide open, doesn't it?
That's a fact, man.
And it's good. Everybody's got an opinion.
Fact. Yeah, it is.
Everybody's got an opinion.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's good
and
stuff.
we're here to debate them. So you and I, as the moderators, the hosts, as you would say.
Yep.
We are only a few days away, Eric. So tomorrow we have to put on the Santa hat. I've got to get cracking on the return of the 12 days of Christmas.
Oh shit!
Hey, I don't know if you've still got it. You want to tell the guys a little bit about what we did last year?
Do I have it up here still?
We got over 100 viewers, well over 100. I think we got 94 just on the our Twitter's lit up tonight. So we've got. I'm sure there's a lot of people who were not with us last year. We have a whole lot of fun at Christmas. We give big prize.
Where the hell is it? Hold on.
I think it's
going to be dated. There it is right here.
Oh yeah, it'll be dated. And I think the only thing that'll change is instead of giving away the Bonds jersey,
I ain't as good as
No.
I got to get rid of it.
The only thing different this year is I believe it's not set in stone yet, but the top prize is going to be a night front row at the ballpark with Eric, Glenn, and Lou.
That's going to be nuts. Come on, man. I got to get me more stuff.
And I'm telling you guys, we've skinned the dead cat already on this, but a night look at that view from the seat. That's my seat.
Yeah, that was fun.
Look at that. We're up there. You can see the dugout behind me. We're sitting at the dugout. We were talking to the players. It was a night to remember, and you'll get a chance to experience that front row. I anticipate that will be the big grand prize. This year we're also going to have secondary prizes, some other giveaways during the weeks leading up to Christmas. We're opening up the tickle trunk, Eric. The prizes, we got a lot of prizes to give away, and the 12 days of Christmas return in just a week or so. So can't wait for that.
Oh my God! What is all this crap in here?
Uh-oh, what did I add that you don't like?
No, because I got too much. I'm get rid of all this stuff here. I'm good.
Okay.
I
didn't mean to be on the spot.
No, it's all good. I'm just trying to get it loaded up. I didn't think it was gonna.
Everybody's still celebrating their.
There it goes.
Fresh off the Thanksgiving gobble. Hard to believe Thanksgiving's in the rearview mirror now, Eric. Christmas comes so quickly, dude.
Oh, I know.
I was thinking about this a month ago, and I'm like, oh, Jesus, we're not even ready. We got to get launched. So.
Okay, it's still loading up. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. For those of you who weren't here last year, yeah, it was a lot of fun. All right, here we go. This is what we did last year.
Christmas is coming to Giant Sports Talk Live. Be watching Giant Sports Talk Live beginning December 10th for the 12 days of Giant Sports Talk Christmas. We will announce one qualifier each night for 12 days, and on Christmas Eve, we will draw for a grand prize of a Barry Bonds jersey and 2 tickets to attend a Giants game with Glenn and Eric. To qualify, simply be watching Giant Sports Talk Live to pick a number between 1 and 12. Then, on Christmas Eve, Santa's elves, Glenn and Eric, will randomly choose the grand prize winner. The 12 days of Giant Sports Talk Christmas, coming December 10th to Giant Sports Talk Live on Northern Lights Entertainment Broadcasting Station.
That's awesome, huh?
That was good job, Eric. Ian was good.
That was fun. Yeah, Ian was great.
Yep. And we had a whole lot of fun doing it because it opened up the floodgates in the chat. People were a lot of chatty cats.
Oh my God, it was hilarious. People just
picked a random word. It was a random word or subject, and the closest person, I tell Eric, and I put it. All legit. It was sealed in an envelope. We'd put it away. I'd show it to Eric. And then we'd show you, got the envelope. We tuck it aside. And the envelope might hold a little card that says, Wilmer Flores. And then the first person who mentioned Wilmer in the chat, you qualified to win. And this year, that seat, Eric, what a prize. What a prize to get to sit next to Eric Romo in the first place. But in the front row at the dugout, can't wait. We want to thank Lou, our old pal. He's back next week, just in time for the 12 days of Christmas. Hopefully he'll be in a festive mood too. So,
all right, let's get the hell out of here. I'm tired.
All right, get ready for it. Get ready for it. 12 days.
We'll see you guys on Friday night. Woo! Hey, if there's any news, maybe earlier. Who knows?
Yeah, you never know.
Exactly.
Schwarber.
Woo!
You've been watching Giant Sports Talk Live with Eric and Glenn, a Northern Lights Entertainment Broadcasting production.